We need an intro.
Come on, you can't just need an intro. You gotta feel the intro.
You can't just wait.
It just gotta come naturally. Is what I'm saying.
The intro has to come naturally.
Yeah.
Huh.
No.
Sure.
Is it not true?
I guess so.
You're just kind of like talking about something and then it just develops.
I mean, that's the whole podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That's the intros. You can't just be like, there an intro and then make an intro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like this could be the intro.
What?
Us talking about the intro.
I guess. But I'm just saying it's gotta like feel like we've been talking for a while and it's like everything we have said culminated into this conversation that we're having right now. You know what I mean?
So like this.
Sure.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to CharroBeans episode 48.
Yeah.
It's raining and cats and dogs outside.
What?
Like it's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what that
it's
means?
raining super hard. Yes.
Like on the way here, Victor was like, "I'm underwater, help."
Okay.
No, it was raining a shitload.
Yeah. All day.
Well, yeah, all week. My backyard right now currently looks like a forest, like the Amazon.
Mine is like a pool.
Oh, you don't have any grass?
Yeah, it's under the water.
No, like right now it looks like an Amazon because it's just been raining like hard. So like everything has been growing like at an exponential rate.
Oh, that makes sense too.
Like, and then you can't cut the grass when it's wet because then it fucks up your like máquina because it's all fucking like all the wet grass will get stuck to the sides of it. Yeah. So it looks like shit outside basically. Like
Yeah.
it looks like the apocalypse right now, and we're in here doing an episode of CharroBeans.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, right. Yeah. So we're sticking in here. We're hoping that the light doesn't turn off or something, or fucking lightning or something, and then se cae todo away. All my toys fall
No
down.
pasa nada.
Yeah, I hope not. Yeah. Welcome back to CharroBeans podcast, the Mariachi podcast, where we talk about mariachi sometimes, and then we kind of just do our thing.
Yeah. No pasa nada.
Yeah, no pasa nada. So last week, we caught up with Boyo, who was on the show
Right.
last night, and today we can kind of go back to normal for an episode. Go back, right? So we have a normal episode for you guys today. What are we talking about? We always do this. We have like a whole plan of attack as we come in, and then we just
And then we're like, go for it.
yeah, and then we forget
Yeah.
completely. So yeah, you said like last week we had work, obviously, mariachi work, right? But I don't remember most of it. I have the
Well,
worst.
it's because we didn't have much. Because Thursday we just worked, right?
Sure.
Regular, we ended up like I think every Thursday at Seafood Shack we've like stayed at our curfew, like the limit of our curfew.
Yeah, there's a lot of consistency to that planta. Like it's almost like a repeat of last week. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Nothing really happens there that's
So-
of importance.
So we did that, and then for some reason, our boss, that what tripped me out about our boss giving us a free day is that he never gives us a free day.
Yeah,
It's It's always the most work we can get. We'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, we can get there.
it's like no days off. Like,
Yeah.
that's like our motto. Like if there's work, like we're gonna do it,
yeah,
right?
like we'll be tired like 2 a.m, and the client's like, "Can you do another hour?" Our boss doesn't even look at us to be like, "Can you do another hour?" He's like,
He's
"Yes,
like,
sir." Like,
see. Now I'm like, see.
we're like, bro.
My finger's dying right now, you know? They're crying in the club right now. No, yeah, you're right. Our boss is just kind of, hey, like, we should have a free day on Friday.
Yeah.
And we all looked over like, you what?
Yeah.
Like he suggested
Like
it, you
even
know?
we're all like sure.
Yeah. Like I don't even know what a
Yeah.
off Friday is. Like
It's
what do
like-
I do with myself?
It's like
you know?
who's in that video of like, it's a very sad video of this dog that has never had affection from a human before. Like siempre lo
Well,
maltrataban.
I've seen those videos on Facebook all the time where it's like a poor little doggy, and then they like try petting him. He doesn't understand.
Like he flinches and like
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
That's for us. They're like, "You want a free day?" We're like,
right? We're like, are you treating us? Are you treating us better, boss?
Not like,
better. Like he's like whipping us and shit. Work, motherfucker.
But you know what I mean? Like, this is a complete 180.
Yeah, we're not used to a break. We're like, break? What do you mean? You know, we're pretty much used to toughing it out. You know, so when he like suggested a break, we're like, pues sí, güey. I mean, because the week before was Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the week before. So like, we worked a lot, man. So, you know, we kind of. I guess we had those days off and then played Thursday. It was like, but I guess in a way too, like we don't get to celebrate Mother's Day like with our families like ever. So like, cause we're working, so he kind of gave us the day. I mean, he's also a father now, you know. So he our boss went to medieval times,
right?
Which I don't know if people know what that is outside of. Do they have medieval times in other parts of Texas?
No.
Or the United States? I don't know.
No sé.
It's like a place where you can go and you can pretend that you're like living in Lord Farquaad times. like you eat a turkey leg and you watch people fight.
Yeah.
Like on horses and shit.
Oh, okay.
It's medieval times, right?
Yeah.
So he's out there having like a grand old time. Like we each like everybody in the group just like lived their life that day.
Yeah.
And it was just like if si no fuera charro, you know.
Yeah. That was crazy. I was like,
yeah,
damn, this isn't so bad.
We're all like, yeah, right. I was just watching everybody snaps, like happy for everybody. Like, damn, like everybody out here living, bro. Like, damn, they're like happy as shit. Like we'd be at the planta right now, miserable, you know. But I mean, it was a good time, you know. I got to celebrate with my mom. We had like a little cookout, so I was happy because I was eating. So
okay,
you know, so it was a good time, and everybody else, you know, pretty much like went out, and just had a good time.
It was.
So we need to have more of those. Just like to
I thought it was like, nah, just once.
It's like just once every 10 years, boys, all right? For real, dude.
Out of the 3 years that I've been here, that's the first time that happens.
Out of the freaking 8 years that I've been here, I think that's the first time I've heard him actually say, like, hey, let's take a break. I'm like, what? A break? I have never heard that before, you know? That's a luxury that we don't have, you know? So
I mean, we could, but like I said, our boss is all about more work.
Like the grind don't stop kind of shit, you know. Yeah. Like we do our best to
and we have a good example of this week. But before that, I think on Saturday we didn't have. Well, we had work, but I think nothing special happened, right?
Nothing really special happened that weekend. I think the only one I can remember is you said something.
Right. So like, so I think like we're becoming like gas food experts.
Gas food experts?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know about you, but for me, I'm trying like everything in the gas station.
Yeah. I have an example of that later in this episode.
Because I've tried like a lot of energy drinks now. Like I remember Saul, I think that week too, he was like, here you get an energy drink. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, which one do you recommend? He's like, you tried this one? I'm like, yeah. And then how that one? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, like I've tried a whole bunch.
A lot of these, yeah.
So yeah, that happened. And I always go back to the
Red Bull?
Red Bull, yeah.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Right.
Or alas.
And like my thing is like I usually try to take like a nap before I drink it. Because I know once you drink it, like you can't really nap. Because you have caffeine in your body, or if it still doesn't hit, it's kind of like a psychological thing. You know, like you're like, I just drank like energy, like I should be wide awake. So if you try to take a nap, your body's like.
So does it actually give you wings though? Like not wings, but like it gives you like energy.
Energy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do?
For me, yeah. It's pretty.
I think I drink it more because I think it's more of a placebo for me.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's like it's placebo.
Because like I drink it and I'm like, okay, like I have an energy drink in me, so I should have more energy. But I never physically feel it. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like Omni-Man right after. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know who Omni-Man is?
Yeah, I watched that show.
Yeah, I do feel like the little heart. Like, there's been times where sometimes I do like not a movement, like we're dancing or something. And I'm like, oh, so what's am I? Like, you know, like I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
But once I drink the energy drink, I'll forget I drank it. And then during the gig, I'll be something and I'll be like, oh, I can do it now without being out of breath or like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. And then I'm having a good time.
I think for me, like, the energy comes from power naps. I realize that really helps me. Like, a power nap is when you sleep less than, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just like, boom, boom, boom. You know, a lot of people can't do that. Like, my wife, namely, can't sleep like that. Like, I'll lay down, close my eyes, and I'm out, right? Like, I got an on and off switch. Like, it's inside of me. I don't know how I turn it off, but I do it.
Okay.
Anyway, right? So, like, when we're getting to the gig, and, you know, like, I can see Arturo's phone because he always has the GPS on. And if it says less than 30 minutes and I feel a little sleepy, I'm like, all right, I'm going to take a little nap here. And, like, that's what's going to give me the energy. So when I wake up and I'm like, oh, we're here? Because I always hear, and the destination is on your right. Like, I always hear that, like, even if I'm asleep. So that's what tells me, like, oh, I need to wake up. So I start getting up and I start, like, stretching and shit. And I'm like, why am I here? But
I think you were asleep whenever we went to the gas store.
Yeah, I mean, lately, I think you're right about that. Like, we do kind of become experts on gas station food because, like, you can't get the same thing every time anymore. We go to just this weekend. I think we went to QT like 4 times.
I think I spent like a good $20-$30
on snacks.
Yeah,
on snacky snacks. Like, it does give you, like, every time you're there, like, it's almost impossible not to get something.
Yeah.
Right. So, obviously, like, you have, like, your primary order, like, the first day you get there. But then, like, if on the second time you're there, you're not going to get the same thing.
Yeah.
So you got to, like, at this point, I've eaten everything at QT. Like, I've eaten everything at QT.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll skip a little bit forward. But, yeah, like this weekend, we went to QT before the last gig, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And we all walked in, and at this point, we had eaten QT, like, 3 times already. And I'm just like, damn, like, I don't want anything hot. I don't want anything, like, I don't want, like, I don't know what I want. You know, I walked in with, like, no intention of buying anything. And then I walked in, and the first thing I saw was cereal. And I was like, damn, that shit look like it's smack right now. Like, that and some cold-ass milk, you know what I mean? Especially because I don't eat cereal at the house too often. Every once in a while I'll do it because I don't eat breakfast. That's not really a thing. I eat cereal like the kind of person that eats cereal, like, not at breakfast. I eat it when it's, like, random. It's like 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, you know what sounds good? Like some cereal. You never done that?
No. Well, I don't have breakfast at my house.
What?
Yeah, we don't eat. Well, I mean, we don't eat cereal at my house.
So you don't have cereal?
No.
So when do you eat cereal? You never do?
Never.
What? You never, like, had a variety pack or
I don't know. We used to have the Honey Bunches of Oats.
Well, yeah, but, like, I'm talking about, like, the bad shit, the sugar shit.
I don't know.
No? Wow. I should have gotten you one. Because I got Frosted Flakes and Captain Crunch.
I've had them because I remember at the cafeteria in high school, they would serve stuff like that.
Yeah, then that's basically what I bought. Like, I walked in and they have those, they have them all, like, there at QT. So I walked in and the first thing I saw was, like, the Frosted Flakes. And I was like, ooh, why does that sound so good right now? Like, because I didn't want a hot dog. I didn't want, like, a little taquito. Like, I was like, nah, some cereal sounds good. So I got the milk and everything. And I was going up to pay. And then, like, Arturo, our boss, had a little 6-pack of Coronas and, like, some Ruffles, I think, or some shit.
Yes.
So he was holding both of those, and I was holding, like, the 2 cereals and a milk, and I was like, hold on, wait. And then he was like, okay, wait. And I'm like, no. So we went back to the van, and, like, everybody was, like, munching out on their hot dog and opening, like, the chips, and I was just like, you know, like, you can hear, like, it's like when you put milk in Rice Krispies and you hear the little.
Are they crackling?
Yeah. So I was just, like, eating everybody was, like, munching on something, and I was just like, like, eating the freaking cereal. It was delicious. And I got 2 of them because it really hit. It really did. It got me ready for that last hour, which we'll talk about a little bit. I just kind of skipped forward. We're already on the subject. So.
Yeah. Right. So I got my energy drink.
You got your energy drink before this gig. Before this one gig.
Yeah.
Right.
This was last week.
This was last week, yeah.
And my boss got a 5-hour energy. He likes those for some reason.
They do work. It's like a shot of energy. It really is. I remember coming back from San Marcos, like, at 1 a.m. because it was such a long drive, like, during the day.
Yeah.
So, like, if I was feeling it, I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I would get one of those, would chug it. It tastes like shit.
For real?
Because it tastes like pomegranate, but, like, it tastes like a pomegranate if like a pomegranate made, like, a chemical version of a pomegranate. So it has hints of pomegranate, but it's mostly chemicals. It's like sour. It's got
Okay.
like a real sound. So like you
Okay.
take like a shot. Yeah. So you just like chug
Yeah,
it.
'cause
And
it's tiny too, so you
yeah,
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah. So
My
then
boss got that,
he got one of those.
and then we were going to a gig. It was in Denton. We played at this house before. You haven't
I wasn't there.
because it was in it was on a Friday, and you had work. I think you still went to Tricolor maybe.
Oh, like you guys went to work, but I wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah, you weren't
Okay.
gonna make it.
So I didn't go.
So Paco went,
Okay.
and he was on Miwara, so you weren't there.
Okay.
That's why when we got to a place, I was like, oh, I recognize this place.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get there, and before that, you know,
Mhm.
I think I even asked Arturo like, how far are we? And he's like, well, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So I'm like, great, I'll chug my Red Bull, and then I'll be good to go, you know. And it was like an hour gig, I think, right? It was 4 to 5?
It was supposed to be an hour. It was supposed to be an hour when we got there. 'Cause it was early too. It was like at 4 or 5.
Right.
So it's a very early gig. So we're like, dude, is there gonna be people at this party right now? Like, that's what I don't like about those gigs that are that early, because I already know nobody's gonna be there.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Yeah, so we got there, and then our boss is kind of like, I guess he's gonna call it client.
He was gonna call them.
Right.
He was so like a lot of people message him on Facebook or like over Messenger.
Yeah.
So like he was fumbling with his phone, like looking for this lady's number, like to be like, hey, we're here. And like even as we pulled in, I was like, yo,
There was
like,
no one there.
I was like, there's no cars here, bro.
there.
Like we're gonna play for nothing but tables and chairs, you know.
Which we done for that house. When we got to that house, it was only like 4 people.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
okay. So you're probably like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
no pasa
Yeah.
nada. Little did we know, apparently this client, like I just hear Arturo like, like
fuck.
yeah, he's like, bro,
Shit.
he's like, this client like they canceled, bro, and I'm like, I guess all you guys heard from the back was like, no mames, güey, me chingué el Red Bull, like ya no todo acá todo pinche, like
You're all freaking.
I'm ready to go, like I'm like those bulls at the rodeo when they're caged in.
Oh, they're like ready to
they're like
pounce.
they're like pissing
Yeah.
them off, so they're like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to open the door, like, let me out, bro, like I'm.
You don't know what to do with all this energy. You just
Yeah.
punch Saul.
Yeah, right.
It's like
Fucking the mic moves to the back now, so I'm just like,
yeah. You elbow him.
yeah.
God damn.
And my boss like, sí, güey, antes me chingué el pinche 5 hour, güey, like, so.
Y vamos a estar todos pinches alterados, cabrón. And I was like, well, I'm good. Because I just drink with Topo Chico, so I was good, you know. I was just ready to go, but I
So
was
it's just like, no, what? The next gig was like at 6, right?
yeah, so we had to. We literally went like on a scenic route of Denton. You know, like we drove all the way there. We got to see all the sights, and then we like, oh, it's canceled. Fuck. So like we drove all the way back to like I forgot what this other gig was. It's like in the
There's
middle. Little Elm, right? So we had to drive all the way over there, and we were early, but they apparently they let us go earlier or start early, so which is good. But it was funny because we went there to waste gas basically. Like, yeah, I'm like, damn
was
it,
funny.
it really be like that, dude.
No pasa nada.
But yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
that happened. That was the highlight of that weekend.
of that weekend, yeah.
That little just fucking no mames.
And then yeah, there's nothing really that weekend. And then this past week, like I said, we've been working a lot, man. Like, well, that's just what it feels like to me. Maybe it's just me. We also didn't work on Friday this week either. Yo, faltamos 2 weeks.
Not because we had a free day again. It's because we had
Yeah.
we had more work.
Yeah. We asked Arturo, like, hey, man, we have another free day. Like, no, we have 6 hours. Like, what?
Well, I think it was 3 hours.
Oh,
no?
yeah. Hang on. It was 3.5. Yeah. It was supposed to be 3.5. We had been learning some songs for this quince that we were going to play on Friday. Namely, there was this group that's been helping cover our planta. So they've been going over there. So while they go cover our planta, we've been going to gigs. So we went to this gig that they've been asking for some songs. We had gone over some. What was it? A quince?
The first one was a quince.
It was a quince. It wasn't raining. No, last time we were there, it was raining, and I just remember that it was like all pouring and shit. This time it wasn't though. What happened there? Nothing, right? Not every gig is exciting, people.
Yeah, I just remember there were my boss, our boss, Thai boss. No. He was calling out the songs that we were practicing for. So he called, I think, Aquí Abajo.
Oh, by
out
Cristiano
of
Ronaldo.
like the four or five songs that they asked, and that's all we played. Because we didn't play the other ones.
Yeah, we learned them kind of. We were supposed to practice them, but we never did. But we played that one, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, no pasa nada.
No pasa nada. And then the next gig after that was supposed to be a 2-hour. Now, this 2-hour was with the client that has gotten us many, many times. Paco was here this weekend. Forgot about
Right,
that.
Paco helped us out.
Yeah, he helped us out this weekend. I think it was because that guy wanted him there.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, right? Because he's really...
He was very happy when he saw Paco.
Oh, yeah. He was like, ¿Qué pasó, güey? ¿Dónde estás escondido, cabrón? And I was just like, damn, bro, we're here too.
Yeah.
I know you too. What's up, bro?
It was funny because he was already drunk.
That guy, the client?
There. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he saw, I don't know, he was telling us, he was like, sí, güey, ya no casado, ya me divorcié. Like, lo peor es con la misma que sigo regresando, you know?
Yeah,
he was like, yo creo que estoy en pendejo, ¿verdad? And I'm like, pues, you know, like,
I'm like, you good, bro?
Yeah,
I'm like, we just got here, you know.
I'm like, we're on the clock, like.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, we're good to go, you know.
Yeah, but he was Tato Alegre and shit. We were playing for there was 70th birthday. I remember seeing the balloons.
70th? Oh, it was for their mom, I think.
Yeah, or somebody, but she was 70 years old. Yeah, so we played for their birthday party. It was supposed to be 2 hours. And we were outside and it was kind of muggy that day. So mosquitoes are running rampant right now.
Yeah.
Because it's so... Right now, everything is wet. And they love the water. So everything was getting very, like... What's the word?
Humid?
It just feels like a rainforest outside right now, right? So since it's that type of weather, the mosquitoes are like, oh, this is prime time to be out here snacking, you know? So they come out. And they had zancudo spray, like there, for them.
For themselves.
Yeah, for themselves. Because I just remember watching you, and you'd just be like...
Oh, yeah. And when you're trying to play like nothing, I'm like... Because they kept on my forehead, I'm like...
I know, dude. And I couldn't... And for the whole gig, like, there was this one big mammoth motherfucker that was flying everywhere. And he kept landing on, like, your traje. So I kept trying to whack him while he was there, but... No se dejaba el güey. I'm like... Let yourself die, bro.
He's like, I'm this big for a reason, you know. Like,
yeah, I'm like,
I know how to make it out here.
Right, like you think I got this big, like fucking not doing. I be working out here. You know what I'm saying?
Is it the one that I got? The one that landed on my hand?
I don't know.
Because that one's pretty big. When I saw it, like
it was a big. Like I would think this is a dude that probably played football in his, like it's a mosquito that played in the mosquito NFL.
He bit like a Russian and like he's like all over it.
Yeah, he's all jacked. Yeah, he bit a dude that's like real bad on steroids, so he's like fucking jacked.
It's like mucho toque.
Yeah, dude, like it was big. So we played there for the 2 hours and you know it was fine, alegre, you know. But I was tired for some reason. I don't know.
I was having fun.
I was tired. I don't know. I guess it's because I'm used to playing at Burritos. So, like, I know what it takes to start and finish there. For me, it's like, I've said it before in this podcast, but I knew it was supposed to be a 2-hour gig. So when I know it's supposed to be 2 hours, then I only have enough energy to get me to 2 hours. So whenever they ask for another one, I'm like, fuck. Like, I have to reach back and pull out this energy from somewhere else in my body. So then we started that third hour. Y andaban, you know, everybody was alegre and whatever. So the guy asked for another one. Now, keep in mind, this client was getting progressively more intoxicated, you know. So he wasn't fully conscious for the last hour and a half for sure. Yeah. Right? Because little by little, he was getting, like, super drunk. You know what I mean? Like, to the point where we're playing, and I look over, and like his wife is holding him by the shoulder, and he's like throwing up. Yeah. And we're like, is this the dude that's supposed to pay us, bro?
He's like regretting every decision he made that led to that point. You know?
He's like, you just had to have those 11 shots, huh? 11 shots of tequila.
I think it was his brother that was paying though.
I don't know, but
or maybe they were like splitting half and half. You know, that would make more sense because that guy did not pay like. What was it like? Not 4K.
We could have charged
like
him
2K?
We could have charged him like $15K, and it would have been like, "Till wait, Jenny said, ¿cuánto es?" It's like, "Oh, it's $100,000." Okay, here's a check. chick bounce.
Still gonna go through.
Yeah.
But I know what's funny in that party too. You know how there were tables on the outside and people were like chilling. Yeah. Like I thought there were mosquitoes. I thought it was like a new swarm of like mosquitoes and shit.
It's because the tables were on grass, like in the backyard, right? And then you just see everybody jump up like
and I saw little things. So I thought those were mosquitoes. I thought someone like the final boss or something, the final wave. So they're here to like fuck everyone up. But then I saw it land on a shirt and then like it got like wet. So I'm like, oh shit, the sprinklers. Like, they're like automatic sprinklers. Yeah,
I think someone forgot to turn off the sprinklers, so everybody got all wet. And they were all jumping up and down and shit. They were like, you know, they were scared as shit.
It was funny.
I mean, I didn't get wet, so I was just laughing.
You're just pointing and laughing.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like,
our client that hired is like,
still throwing up, right? Yeah. He's like, idiots.
That was funny.
And then for that last hour, we actually traded spots, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because I was all like, I looked over at you and I was like, dude, like, I'm tired of playing Vihuela, you know. And you looked over like, or I looked over at you and I said like, you want to switch? And you were like, see we? So we switched.
We're never drunk. We're just like,
yeah. You just this is really like, you do get bored of an instrument after a while. Like I do, you know. So like it's a different challenge whenever like we switched, because then now I told you like right now I've been playing like guitarrón in church. So like I've been playing church songs, you know. But I haven't played any mariachi songs like on bass, you know. So it's good because it's actually keeping me working, because I'm like, oh shit, okay, ¿cómo va esta? Like, so I have to remember the chords and how I would play it on vihuela and then like transfer it over, you know?
Yeah.
So like it did make me work more, and de volada se me pasó la última hora.
It kept you busy.
Yeah, it kept me busy, exactly. So I looked over at you, I'm like, you good, bro? And like, no, we're good. And then Arturo looked at us like, he didn't even care.
Well, he was lit too. Him and Paco were getting lit. So like, I don't think he even remembered.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. Because I was like, ¿no te acuerdas, güey? Like, me and Victor were, like, on different instruments. Like, I was on bass, and he was on vihuela, and he was like, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He kept coming up to me. He's like pretending like my face, like my nose. He's like, estoy bien pedo, güey. I'm like, su puta. Like, bro, like, apunta.
I mean, you smell like a Patron bottle right now.
Yeah. Just from that breath alone, like, yeah, I'm feeling it.
I got a 0.08 blood alcohol content from that breath.
That shit was wild.
But it was cool because he kind of let us, because like I thought he was gonna be like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" Like, switch back. But it's like, nah, déjalos, you know. So he actually let us like do our own thing. Y estaba bien, because like I said, it kind of like it kept me occupied, and está bien, todo bien.
No pasa nada.
But I mean, it's funny because like we went there expecting, like, I think you said it. It's not like we went there for like 3.5 hours. We ended up playing 5.5, like total the whole night.
Yeah.
So it's like a dude, and he's like, just a tip, mala puntita. Yeah. You know,
no pasa nada, no la puntita.
Because we went there for 3.5 hours. And then it's like, no, it's 5.5 hours. Yeah. And it's like, hola, no quieres tomar la puntita, cabrón. Like,
yeah, they kept turning around. They're like, otra hora.
Yeah,
like,
they wanted
se picaron,
more.
Man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, as soon as we were done, like, I started walking out. I was like, because they're going to keep asking or some shit, right? Yeah. So we walked out, and since Paco and Arturo were still there, or Paco, namely, I'm guessing one of them told him, no, toquen las mañanitas, or like, since y'all are here.
Yeah.
So while we were like putting our stuff up and shit, you could hear like the guitar and the trumpet like playing by themselves. I was like, no mames, is that them, dude? And it's like boom, 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 boom. And la guitarra, dude. I was like, go get those fools over here, bro.
No, Miguel told us, like, he just like eating the taco. No, he was eating the nachos.
Oh, he got us something to eat, right? I was starving that night too.
Yeah, he was just watching him like play, like, small fuckers, like, just playing for free. Just, like, he's just judging and eating. Like,
eating his nachos?
Yeah.
He's like, you're lucky I'm starving right now.
It was funny.
That's funny. And then, speaking of starving, since we were so hungry,
we
were both tired and hungry, right? Like, so this is Friday. We don't usually go to Whataburger on Friday. Like, that's not really our thing. It's usually a Saturday thing, like after the gigs.
Yeah.
But I looked at him, I was like, but today kind of feels like a Saturday. You know what I mean? Like, you hungry? And I'm like, yeah. Like, you hungry? Like, yeah. Like, let's go then. Let's go to Wada. So sure enough, we went, which took fucking forever.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Oh, wasn't someone throwing up like on an alley? Because there was like an ambulance there and shit.
Oh yeah, we passed by and someone was being put in a gurney and there was an ambulance and we were like, damn, like what the fucked you up, bro? Or what happened? No, but
it's like you went to McDonald's, huh? What I would never do.
You went to Taco Bell, huh? You got the bean burrito, huh? No, but we went, we got our food. I ate it that night like Comadres, right? Which was fine. But what I didn't know was that it was gonna be the first of 3 days in a row that we ate Whataburger.
Yeah.
Like, cause we ate it yesterday. No, on Saturday. We ate it Friday, and then Saturday after the gig, we had a church gig in the morning, and
our boss was like, "Hey, we can go to Wada."
Yeah, we have all this time. Like,
we're like, "Excuse me,
getting out of Whataburger," and I'm like, I mean,
I'm not gonna say no.
I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, you know, like I'll just get something different. You know what I mean? And it was the first time I've been inside Whataburger in like over a year. Like it's crazy. Like, you know, we were just talking about it the night before. We're like, it's the best whenever you get it and it's recién hecha, so you don't have to drive home and then it's a little cold.
Yeah. Like
it's there, it's fresh, right? So it was nice to eat it inside and you know, really get the Whataburger experience. You know, so it was very good. But then I also ate it on Sunday, dude. So I ate it 3 times in a row. Yeah. On an unrelated note, I don't know why I'm not losing weight.
Let's do it.
Like I said, unrelated. It's just I'm wondering.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, you always get something different. You can't really get tired of water.
Not really.
But you know it's not good for you to get it so often. At the same time,
yeah,
you know,
true.
Especially if you go inside. Because I went inside the last 2 times, and I got this sweet and spicy, and I'm getting it, bro. And that shit's like, all the fats coming out. I'm like,
like your body's like a digestive system. Like it's like we just got done with that triple from last night. Okay, good. And then like, what's coming in now? Fucking double. Like, fuck. Motherfuckers are working overtime right now to fucking process that shit. Yeah, dude, like they're overworked right now.
Yeah, and like I said, you said I got the patty melt. It's because I wanted something lighter.
The patty melt is not light, bro.
But it had sandwich buns, so I mean, you know. I don't know.
Fitness.
Yeah, but she was fucking dripping too, and I'm like, I love you.
I'll marry you. What were we talking about? After the church, we went to Whataburger, and then we went to. Oh, that's it. We went to the church. We went to Whataburger.
We went to Quince.
Oh, we went to that movie theater.
Oh yeah,
we went to a wedding that looked like it was. It looked like it used to be a movie theater, and they converted it. Because I saw on the wall there was a piece of paper that was talking about like new COVID protocols, and it said April of 2020.
Oh shit!
Like they had printed it out.
Yeah.
And then it was an article from 2020 in April, so it was like a month into the pandemic. Yeah. So I'm sure like I read the article and it just said like, you know, like masks are being enforced in the city of Dallas, and that like, you know, at that point I think it was only like 2 weeks in. So people are like, they're getting extended. So people were getting uneasy. I was like, buddies, little did y'all know. Yeah. We've been doing this shit for a year. But we played at this like movie theater. And it was kind of awkward because they put us in front of the waters. So like we were playing, and like in the middle of us playing, they were like, oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to get a water. Oh, sorry. I'm going to get a water. Like, so everybody was walking in between us and shit.
I was like, we should move somewhere.
We probably should, right? Like,
because we're in the lobby. Because they're turned the theaters into salones.
Yeah, like it looked like it was converted into one, right? Yeah. Like it used to be a theater, and now it's just like a salon, right?
Salones, because they had another salon on the side.
So there was other families partying on another side of the
because I remember this guy walked in and he just looked real confused, like he's in the party, and I'm just like, he's like you going that way?
This isn't my people. So he like walked away. Yeah, he's like, I don't think Mariachi was at my party, you know. Yeah. So they walked over to some other one, and then we did our best to just kind of like entertain, right? But they were doing this weird thing where they were just like watching us.
Yeah, it would feel like Get Out. You know that scene where they're outside?
Is it where they were like auctioning?
And then like the guy goes. Everybody's having like a good time, and then the guy goes upstairs, and as soon as he goes upstairs and out of sight, they're just like,
oh yeah, and they just like look at him.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it felt like. Yeah, you're right. Like when we were doing, they asked for Mariachi Loco, so we danced, but like they only watched.
Yeah.
But like obviously we had people that don't dance and they just watch or whatever, right? But like their eyes were fixated on all our movements. You know, they were just like, damn, that shit.
Usually there's someone like, hey, like,
yeah, like,
it's kind of cool. No, they're just like,
it felt very like robotic. Yeah, as soon as we were done, they're like,
yeah, they like keep doing what you're doing.
Do another one where you shake your ass.
Yeah. The only expression that I saw was at the end. At the end, they were like, "Oh, we're like, bro, where was that? Where time I say animal, like
where was that energy before? Yeah. Keep it consistent, goddammit,
Now I want to stay.
Yeah, right. No. Like, no, I don't. No, we left. We were like, dude. Yeah, it's kind of weird, like walking into like a converted movie theater. I mean, it's smart. I would think movie theaters didn't get a lot of revenue like this whole time and shit. So I'm sure that was one of the reasons. Maybe they turned it into salon. Maybe that made it, better to get some money and stuff like that. So fuck it. Then we went to Plano. What the fuck did we do in Plano? For an hour? 6:45. Oh, we played at a white people wedding.
Oh, sí.
And I say white people because it was only like both of them were white.
Eran anglosajones.
Yeah, so like usually it's like a white girl with the Mexican husband or a Mexican girl with like a white husband. It's usually a mix. I'm like, then who hired us? I was like, oh, it's because like the wife side is Mexican. Like, oh, okay. But they were both white.
Yeah.
Like this is straight up white family, but they wanted a mariachi. And there wasn't even like a theme or anything.
Yeah. And as soon as I saw like a white, I mean, I guess that was kind of racist of me, but I expected to just be playing like Cielito Lindo, like just like puras polkas, like just stuff to be in the background for.
Which I think, it's not really racist. I mean, that's what they like. You know
it's
what I mean?
It's just what I expected.
Yeah, that's what
of a white party.
Right.
So I guess in a way I'm like reverse racist.
It felt right. Exactly. It felt like to me it felt like one of those gigs where like it's just background. Like, Yeah. But they put us front and center, and they were all like
having a good time.
Yeah, like I was like, damn, like y'all are they were better than the crowd from before.
Yeah.
And they were Mexican.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I mean?
said like a lady asked for Guadalajara, right?
Yeah, we were playing I think we played like 2 songs in, and some lady comes up to me and she's like, hey, do you guys know Guadalajara? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, can you play that one? Like, yeah, I'll let them know. So then like right after, hey, quieren Guadalajara. Okay, cool. And I was all like, 3, 4. And I looked over at her and she was like, yeah. And she was all dancing and shit. I was like, damn, she's lit. Like, she knows what this is, like that's pretty cool. And like, even then when we would play like other shit, like they were into it.
Yeah.
And then like, there are times where we do play for like white parties and we'll play like the only songs that we know that are in English. So it's like, Can't Take My Eyes Off You and, we do like La Bamba, but we do like we do Richie Valens' version. So dun 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 dun. So they'll usually get like a reaction from them because it's like, oh, like they're in English, so they're like, oh, or like La Bamba, it's a popular song, but they all got like super lit. They were like, oh yeah, like they were cheering.
Yeah,
I was like, damn. And then even after, right, like I was handing out the cards. Were you handing out cards yet? I don't remember. All I remember is I was handing out cards, and then I think the DJ said like, "Bye" to like thank you to Mariachi Allende or whatever, and then like Saul like just waved like that, and we got like a standing ovation. Like they all stood up. Oh, that's
what they stood up.
Yeah.
Shit, dude, I felt that thing tripped me out because I was still in the tables like passing out cards.
Yeah, me too.
So imagínate, you're like, you're just walking right, everyone's sitting down, and then this fucking forest just lifts up.
Forest.
Like all the people were taller than me.
Oh, it's because they're all like 6 foot at least.
Yeah,
they drink their milk.
I was like, excuse me, like I never felt so intimidated in my life. Like
Yeah.
everyone was just like, is that how you feel around me?
Yeah.
Because everyone was just like, I'm like,
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean,
I could not see any of you guys.
even the
like,
girls, dude, like
yeah, everyone
no
was
heels,
tall.
no heels, and they're like 5'11".
Yeah.
With heels, 7'12". Like, it's
What the fuck? What?
7'12".
Okay,
I know what I said.
that's 8 foot. No.
7'12". So anyway, they're tall as shit, basically, right? So they gave us like a standing ovation. Like they were just like, yeah, like yelling and shit. I was like, damn, dude. I wish all crowds were like this.
I thought it was for the
you would
the
think
couple.
You would think we were Vargas, dude.
I thought it was for the couples. That's why I was rushing out. I was like, oh, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they're about to start the show.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're like, no, it's for us.
It's
and
for
I'm
us.
Like, yo acá corriendo. I'm like,
I would have enjoyed it. I would have bowed, you know.
yeah.
Tip
I
my
would
cap.
have been like SpongeBob, the theater.
Oh, like
yeah,
with the one arm out,
yeah,
and then Squidward like all quiet,
yeah,
and then it's like, yeah. No, yeah, it was a good time, man. Nice white people, loved them. It was only an hour. We could have played like 2 hours there, and they would have been completely fine with that. You know, they were having a grand
That's
time.
the thing about the white people parties. I feel like it's racist to say, but
no, I mean
that's the thing about them.
Caucasians.
That's the thing about them, you know, like they really enjoy having you there, and they don't mind when you leave. And they're like,
That's a good ass point.
You know,
that's true. They're like, we only play. Look, Mark. We only got 1 hour for them, so that means after the hour they gotta go.
Yeah,
like.
so,
No, they don't know what pilon means.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Because we keep playing for them, and they're like, you guys are great. I'm loving you. I'm loving the energy or whatever. And then there's something to go. They're like, oh, well, you guys did great. Have a good one. You know?
Yeah,
They're never like, come on, just stay like 3 more songs. They're never like, you know.
Man, I want to go back now. Because they were. That's very, very true. And they even compliment you like you're the greatest act of all time. Like, you guys were so fantastic, and it's the way they speak, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like, damn, like
it reminds you of your elementary teacher when you do something good.
Damn, hell yeah, that's right.
That's why you like it.
Yeah, like they used to put stickers on your hundreds and shit. Like, nice job, and
they get a gold star, just like.
Yeah, dude. Like, fuck, man. A lot of those ladies there too. Like I told you, they looked like they had like snacks in their purse. Like they just look like nice white ladies. You know? Like I was just like, damn, man. Like. I like this crowd. That's true. They're just like, we only paid for an hour, honey, so they gotta go. Like, darn, okay. You guys are amazing. We'll see you again next time. I'm like, I hope so. Shit.
Right.
You guys are great.
You're there feeling like part of the family and shit.
Yeah, right. It's like, can I stay? Like, who's buying? Like, I'll stay, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but it was a grand time. That was a good crowd. I haven't played for straight up white people in a long time, and they were really into it, man. That was fun. After that, we went to, if you guys heard like 2 episodes ago, I think we talked about, we went with this family where they have a doppelganger of Boyo. Oh, and his name is, we called him Goyo.
Goyo.
He's Boyo if he had his whole life together, right? He actually, like, he looks just like him, you know what I mean? So every time we see him, we're like, okay. So it was that same family. Oh, but before we get into that, I remember we got to the place. You know, I remember stepping out of the van and I was like tucking in my shirt. And they used to hear like dun 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 dun, like dun 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 dun, like super loud. And there was a mariachi across the street.
Yeah,
we couldn't see them. I think they were behind a fence.
We tried. Me and Saul went to go look peek, and Saul knew who they were.
Oh,
I was just like, I have no idea who these guys are. Like,
but they had mics on and everything.
Yeah, they had a whole sound system for outside game.
Yeah, and then Arturo was like, chingue su madre, saquen las bocinas.
Las prohibidas.
Las prohibidas.
Like, whoa. Like,
yeah.
When I get the cops on it.
I'm like, it's okay, bro. Like, it's just an hour. Like, you know. No, actually, it was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, that mariachi was going hard. So we're like, damn. So we're going to come in like, chin, churrin.
Which we did. We came in with that song now?
No, we came in with Manitas.
Oh, bro?
I don't remember.
Well, that party was good, too. They were lit.
Oh, yeah. And then it started pouring. Like right now, it was pouring like very hard.
Yeah,
my back was a little wet because we were like at the edge of like where the techo was, so like the bottoms of my pants were all wet, like from the splash.
Yeah,
there was a lot of
my base got all wet. I don't know why.
Oh yeah,
I was in China. I was like,
yeah, dude, because it started getting bad, you know, and that's not good for your instruments for it to get wet. Yeah. Now it was an hour and a half. They had a shitload of meat there. Looked like they had been grilling meats. So I was really into that, but we didn't get any. They just gave us shots, and I was like, "Can I get a leg, please?"
Like, you got a shot.
I was like, "Can I get just
a shot?
Just a little steak, right
shot."
Gulp.
Yeah.
All crying.
You're like, woo!
I'm not una tortilla nomás. I'd be happy with just the tortilla, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I was hungry. You know, like I said later on, I just ate like that cereal because I was like, I was sick of
Right, then we went to
QT
QT
food.
again. We went to QT. You know what happened there? It was really funny. Cause Luis, our driver,
yeah,
he wanted some bread, I guess, and then
like some sweet.
Yeah, I guess, and he was at the bread aisle. They have like all the pingüinos, the chocorroles.
Right, like the Mexican sweet bread. Right.
So he was looking at that, and he got something, and I went to go get a hot dog, and he came back, and he saw me getting a hot dog. He's like, "Fuck!" Like he went to return the bread, and he started making a hot dog too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He was like, "Damn, that hot dog looks like it's smacked right now."
He was
So he really put it back.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I was in so like, look, so he put it back. Sure enough, he's like. And then he comes back and starts making his little hot dog.
You're like, you get a Dr. Pepper, and he's like, damn, that looks good.
Yeah.
He gets one too.
Nice. That's funny.
Yeah, man. Like, what was that? What was after that? We went to Plano. Oh, that's in Irving. Yeah, we played an hour and a half there. After that, we went to a QT again. Like I said, we went to a QT. That's where I got the cereal. We were preparing for this next gig, which was supposed to be 2 hours, which at this point I was like, it's not late. We were supposed to start at the other gig at 11. It was supposed to be from 11 to 1 in the morning. Like 11 o'clock on a Saturday isn't really that late. I remember being back in the fraternity, back at Texas State, and I remember those motherfuckers at 11:30 were like, "Hey, we're gonna go to the square. We're gonna go to the bars, or we're gonna go to Sixth." I'm like, it's 11 p.m. I'm like, it's kind of late for me, you know what I mean? Yeah. But for them, it's like, this is primetime hours, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. This is creeping hours. Just go, you know. But no, like this gig started at 11, which isn't too late for mariachis, I guess, on a Saturday even then too. So we got to this place. We show up. It's kind of rainy. We were bringing las bocinas, right? I remember we were bringing a bocina so they can hear us. And then the lady comes out and she's like, "Hey, ¿van a tocar con bocina? Like, y'all gonna play with the speaker?" And we're like, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, pues mejor más así porque ya llegaron los policías." Like, they had just been there. Like, apparently they had already gone once. Yeah. Cops had shown up and they were like, "Hey, turn it down, or we're coming in full force," or whatever the fuck, right? So she said, "All right, don't play with any bocinas. Like, just play like that, and hopefully, you know, this they don't come back or whatever." We're like, okay, you know, and I was thinking like, let's play loud as fuck so the cops can come. But we showed up. She was like, we started with La Negra there, right? So we walked in like, chin, churrin, churrin. Yeah, and then we walked in. We set up. We were right there ready to play. We didn't even finish La Negra. Yeah. And then, sure enough, 2 cops pull up right to the party.
Whoop! Like, whoops.
Yep. And we're like, shit.
Like, I guess we're gonna go home now.
And that's what I thought was gonna happen. Because I mean, 2 hours. We're not gonna play 2 hours here. Yeah. Like we just got here, but on the first song they pull up. You know what I mean? That's if the cops weren't like, okay, like shut it down, which they can do, or they'll arrest somebody, or that, or ticket somebody. But just be like straight up, like if you guys don't leave, like we're gonna ticket somebody, or the homeowner's getting arrested or whatever. And this family was like, ni mergas, like it's all because like we thought we were done, right? So they said like
the mom was really happy. She's like, my boys graduated, you know. I didn't think they would make it, but they did. We're celebrating, goddamn it.
Yeah. Like there was like 4 of them. I think they graduated. There was like it's like a 4-person graduation. Yeah. And right before we got there, norteño, like a little norteño band was playing. Yeah. So we were like, okay, so like everything's gonna be good, you know, like. But no, like 1 song in, cops come.
I was like mariachi, like none of that shit.
Yeah.
Because you hear the norteños from like when we got there, you know, from the road. I'm like, now we got problems.
The cops were like, norteños were fine, but mariachis, fuck no.
Yeah.
Pull up.
For real. It's like, a mariachi took my girlfriend, and she's like, never again.
Never again, right? I'll never hear that trumpet anymore. Yeah. Never again. So yeah, sure enough, they pull up and we're like, man, what the fuck are we gonna do? The lady and the guy, the clients or whatever, they said they had like a little garage, and they said, well, if you guys play in here, we'll close the doors, and you know, just I guess just in here. And she right away, I guess the mom was more scared because she said like, yeah, like I know I told you 2 hours, but like I think it's only gonna have to be one because like they already showed up, and I'm not trying to get a ticket and shit. We're like, we'll play one, you know, if you want us to, like we'll do it, you know. And her husband too was like, yeah, aquí toquen, I'll watch y'all, you know, because not everybody fit in there. Like there was a whole ass party outside, and that garage was small, like it's small enough to fit like one car in there, so you can imagine how small. Plus, all 8 of us in there, or 7 of us, or how many we have, right? We're all in there, so like we took half the space, you know. So it was musty. Everybody, it was like really oily. I felt gross. I felt like humid and sticky. I hate that feeling, like feeling sticky. Like if I were to touch someone, like it like sticks for a half a second. You know what I mean?
Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's a gross sound. But yeah, we only played that 1 hour. We ended up only playing that 1 hour. And then they were like, okay, no, pues gracias. No, they wanted us to come back the next day, right? Like, no se pueden venir por una recalentada, you know, tomorrow on Sunday. And we're like,
to Tioga, bro?
Fuck.
Wait, that's not far, is it?
I mean, it's North Denton or by Pilot Point.
So like 50 minutes?
No, it's like at least an hour from our place.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's Tioga, bro. Like, goddamn.
For an hour, you know. Somos capaz, but I mean, we're not. But no, we were like, nah, like we can't do that. She was like, okay, we'll just play the 1 hour, I guess. But at that point, it's like, what do you do? Like, if a cop, like what are you doing? Like, if they start running at you, you running?
Running?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, what if a cop's like, get the guitarrón guy? Like, just because.
Oh yeah, book it. Like,
yeah.
If they're running, I'm running. You know, like I'm gonna make him struggle. I'm zigzagging too. Like,
you probably got some like legs though, so you probably outrun them.
I don't know, cause cops are kind of. Like,
I used to do cross country though. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, then
but with the bass, I'll probably go to you like, can you hold this?
Yeah, they just fucking dip. For me, it'd be like, have a second, like, you could do this, Sammy, and it's like, no, you can't. So I just like kindly take off the vihuela, put it down, and I'm like,
you accept your fate. You're like,
they're like, stop resisting, and they just fucking throw me on the ground, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I already know my fate. Yeah, it's like, I'm getting arrested.
We get arrested though. We're just working.
Yeah, I don't know. If shit just pop off there, dude. I don't know. I'm like, I was just here for a gig. You know?
I'd be like, no, pues, can I have a Dolex card? Like, for what? To call my family Mexico. Que voy.
Like, ya valió madres, fuck.
I'm medical con el colchas.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go. We're going to do some Charro chat real quick.
Oh, shit.
The VG33 says, when are you going to do another parody? Like I said, I don't know. I don't have a schedule. Or I'll see, you know, whenever I have some time. Really, it takes a lot of time to make those. But if you have a video that you think would make a good video to make a parody on, does that make sense? If you have a video that you think would be funny to make a parody of, send it to us, and then maybe I can look at it and be like, oh, okay, that looks like something I can do, you know. So yeah, that one. Hassan Jr. 7 says, torta con una sodita bien fría. Thoughts?
Dude, when I read this question, me dio hambre.
What's your preferred torta? I think we talked about this.
I think it's either al pastor or de jamón.
Really? Huh. Okay.
Or
what are you putting on there though? Like
everything.
Okay, like name it.
Yeah, you know, aguacate, obviously the meat, lechuga, tomate, jalapeño, mayonesa. I don't know if I'll put something else in it. I think that would be.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You? Oh, con una coca mexicana.
Oh,
that's all. When I read that, that's what I imagine. I was like,
like tu baba.
Yeah, dude.
I think for me it'd be like a torta. I love tortas when they have beans in them. So I would get beans, asada or pastor, lettuce, mayo, and aguacate. Yeah. And salsa. Has to be green. Love green salsa. I don't care what kind, as long as it's green. That's my shit. And yeah, Mexican Coke. Mexican Coke just tastes Mexican. It's got better sugar. It's got cane. Hey, did you know that there was cocaine in original Coke? Like for real?
Yeah.
That shit will put you out.
Well, it wasn't Coke. It was a Coke plant.
Exactly. That's what cocaine is.
Have you seen how cocaine is made?
Not yet.
The process?
I've seen Narcos.
But like the actual process.
Oh, send me a link.
Okay.
Cool. Boyo says, would either of you make an OnlyFans? Yeah. If somebody wanted to see my toes, which nobody wants to see my toes. But
I beg to differ.
Like I would sell feet pics.
For real?
Like that's as far as I go. To be honest, I could shave my foot right now and clean them up, and I have some cute toes, bro.
Mine are long.
I mean, I'm sure someone out there is into that shit, you know?
Maybe.
I mean, if I pretend to be a girl, I might just do that. You know what? Have a little extra income on the side. Some dude thinking my toes are some girl named Chloe.
You already got the name for the
I never thought this through, you know, but now that I think about it, it sounds doable, you know?
Okay.
Nah, for real. If my wife doesn't want to see my feet, then I'm pretty sure I have no chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I could do it. I'm too hairy all over the place too. Like,
I mean, just shave the parts that you're taking pictures of.
See, that didn't really last like half a second. Like,
oh,
next
man.
question.
That's a good crossroads. Like, what would you do? El Cayu says, I don't know, this is confessions. How does Mañanitas go? You wanna sing it?
It goes how it usually goes, you know.
How's it go? Dun 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 dun. No te salgas del tiempo. Qué linda hasta la mañana.
¿Te la saco?
Please. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. If you don't know how Mañanitas goes by now,
get out.
¿Puedo estudiar, güey? Pues qué. This confession is
confession now?
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh.
I said this person says I guess he's saying I feel useless. I feel useless when I don't know a song either singing or playing and just went for free. I wouldn't if I'm going for free. You know what I mean?
No, he feels like he's going for free. No, wait.
No, he says. It says
feel for free money.
Oh wait. Hold on.
He feels useless when I don't know a song, either singing or playing it, and just went for free money.
Oh.
Still, I'm like, that's not the question, son.
I mean. Well, then what's the point he's trying to, like, they're trying
He says he feels bad when he doesn't know a song.
Okay.
Because they siente mal. He feels like he just went pa cobrar.
Oh. Well, that's not entirely your fault because at the same time, the boss has to tell you, like he brought you along already. You know what I mean? Like, he already brought you to go out there. So, I mean, he could have said no, you know?
Well, but the boss doesn't know how much rep he has at the same time.
Well, he'll find that out.
Pointers don't feel bad. Even the people that have all the rep, sometimes they struggle with rep, you know?
I mean, I still struggle with rep. I do. And I'm not shy about it. Like,
what I'm saying is we all go through that, you know? All you can do is, because if you think about it too, that songs that you don't know, you work extra hard on those. Because you're working on the spot. And you're trying your best. If you're playing violin or trumpet, you're trying your best to take out a segunda or una primera. And if you're playing armonía, you're trying to follow the singer. You're trying to follow the armonía that actually knows it, you know?
I guess it's a little different if you're just standing there and not trying.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, as long as you're trying, you know? Because, I mean, you also can't just stand there because...
I mean, you can. I've seen people do it.
Oh, bro. I've never seen that.
Yeah, like, they'll go and just stand there. Like, they don't know the song.
I've only seen people that are actually, like, trying. And then, I mean, it's ass, but they're trying, you know? Because it's a hard thing to do on the spot. But, I mean, as long as you try, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've seen people where they'll physically just stand there and they're like, oh, I don't know it. And, like, to the point where, like, they won't even pick their instrument up. And it's like, bro, like do something. You know what I mean? You can't just. It's not like in basketball. Like if you're not that good, like have you ever played pickup basketball?
No.
It's like where like okay, you probably played pickup soccer, where you're like there's enough kids or whatever, and you can just make two teams and then y'all play each other, right?
That's what that is.
Pickup soccer game.
Okay.
It means that like
Una cascarita.
Sure. Okay. Anyway, so like there's probably some kid on the team that's just trash, right? But he can't just sit there or like he can't just stand there. Like he has to work. Even if he's trash, at least y'all pass it to him so he can pass it to someone else.
Okay.
Or like if he were to just stand there, then he really is just dead weight. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if at least you're trying. Like I know if you put me in a soccer game, like I'm not gonna be great, but I'll do my best. Like I'll put my foot out there. Or like when I was a kid, like they just put me on defense because like I was too fat to like.
I was defense.
Well, I don't know what the reasoning for yours was, but I'm pretty sure the coach knew I couldn't run. So like I'm pretty sure the other ones like they have to run more, right?
Yeah.
On defense, you kind of stay back a little bit.
No.
So I was a kid, so it was like kid soccer, you know.
Okay.
So he just said like anytime. Oh, he was talking Spanish because he was actually a Mexican. What were those guys' credentials?
No way, I think.
I think it was just a guy that played soccer.
Yeah.
Looking back, I'm like, who hired that man? Anyway, but he just told me like whenever the ball comes to you, just kick it as far as you can to the other side. And I'm like, okay. And the last time I did that, some kid hit me in the balls.
Okay.
Yeah, unrelated. I just remember that it like really hurt, and I pretended it didn't because I was embarrassed that it hit me in the nuts. But he like revved up, bro. Like he had his leg and kicked it and like square like he could not have hit them better. but I mean, I kept it pushing. You know? Anyway,
you're walking it up.
Yeah, dude. No, like I just pretended it didn't happen. Like I just kept running in pain. You know what I mean? I was a kid, but like just pretended it didn't happen. You know, I was embarrassed that it hit me, so I was just like, as a kid, like, fuck, they're gonna know I got hit in the nuts. You know?
You're like, fuck, you know what's so bad?
Right?
Un hielito, bro. Una coca fría. Just like,
fuck, dude. For real, the Capri Sun after the game hit different because I was like, just like
you like when you scoop the Capri Sun, you scoop some cubitos de hielo too.
Oh
like,
yeah. Yeah.
You just like,
yeah, just drop them in there, just move them around like a. So
and now people think you're like the little weird kid, like just touching themselves.
Pretty sure that's why I got kicked out of soccer. Now that I think back at it. Anyway, my main point was like, yeah, like at least.
Oh, sí, no te agüitas, bro.
Yeah, like no te agüites, because I mean, like even in a soccer game, I had to try. You know, I wasn't gonna just stand there. Like, if you're trying in in that situation, like that's the best you can do. You know, because to this day, I still don't know every single song. And I feel embarrassed because, like, I've been playing so long, and sometimes it's like, motherfucker, you still don't know this song? But it's like, I'm trying, okay. Nomás que se me va, you know? It's not like when we had Arturo Vargas over here, and they said they would mess up and, like, literally beat each other. Like, you know, like, that shit was rough. Yeah. Like, if that was the case, like, I would have multiple contusions every gig, you know? Like, I'll just get fucked up.
You
like,
have a bigger ass, bro.
Yeah, dude, that shit be swollen. I look like Nicki Minaj, bro.
You could put a whole fucking drink in there. Whole fucking number 2 from Whataburger.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking side ranch, side ketchup, spicy ketchup. Extra large order of fries, onion rings.
Cup holders.
Like for dessert, like fucking the biggest cinnamon bun that they have.
Oh, the cinnamon bun? Yeah.
No, I'm hungry.
That's how I know. I'm like, you hungry, bro? Yeah, but just try your best, you know. Like, we all start from like a certain point. Like, if you feel bad, at least you feel bad, you know. There's people that don't care, and they really just go for the money, and they just stand there. So if you're trying, you're doing your best, don't feel useless. At least you're giving it your all. And look at it like, you know, the more that you try, the more you might get the hang of it. And then later on, you won't have that issue, you know. So that's as much as I can say about that situation. But, yeah. Well, guys. Oh, man.
I'm like, bueno.
Oh, yeah. Bueno. This has been episode 48 of CharroBeans podcast. We hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and that we are trying our best out here. So look out for new content. We are actually I guess if you're still listening, we are working on a Patreon.
Oh, yeah. How much is gonna drop that? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just drop it right now. Yeah, we're working on a Patreon for you guys. If you guys really support this thing we're doing with podcasts, reaction videos, parodies, vlogs. If you like the content, we're starting a Patreon for you guys to support us. Not really like asking for money. I don't look at it like that. Look at it like I'm giving you all this free content. Like, just, if you want to help us out, bro, at least to pay for our Whataburger after this.
We'll give you even more exclusive content.
The OnlyFans we were just talking about.
The feet pics.
The feet pics.
They're gonna be boot pics. I can't say that.
Boot pics.
Boot pics. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh shit, that's weird.
Yeah, so we're working on a Patreon for you guys if you guys want to help us out. Every dollar counts. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Even in now, you guys we appreciate you guys coming out and always listening, supporting. As always, like, subscribe, follow, share, rate on Apple Podcasts, please. It really helps us out. And you got anything?
Thank you guys for watching and listening.
All right, that's it.
Love you guys.
All right.
¿Qué más quieres? Right.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
We'll take care.
Have a good one.
Have a good week.